Good morning. Your inspirational vitamin for the day is going to come from 1 Peter chapter 5, starting in verse 6, and I'm going to go down through verse 9. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that he may exalt you at the proper time, casting all your cares on him, because he cares about you. Be sober-minded, be alert. Your adversary, the devil, is prowling around like a roaring lion, looking for anyone he can devour. Resist him, firm in the faith, knowing that the same kind of sufferings are being experienced by your fellow believers throughout the world. And I wanted to read this scripture today because I love what it says here in verse 7, that we are to cast all our cares on God because he cares for us. I think right now, some of us may be questioning, does God care about the world? I mean, look at what's happening with this virus. Look at all the injustice. Look at the rioting and the sin and the violence that we see every day. Does God really care? And I love how Peter lets the readers know. He says, listen, cast your cares on God because he cares for you. You know, probably the most oft quote verse in the entire Bible is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, so that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. You think about that verse. It wasn't because God was so mad at the world, because God was so disappointed at the world, because God was so frustrated with the world that he sent Jesus. It's because God so loved the world. Think about the fact that no one sees more injustice than God. No one sees more killings of innocents than God. No one sees more racism, sexism, death, sin than God. And yet he still loves and cares for us. And so my encouragement today is to know that God really does love you. I know lots of us are feeling discouraged and disappointed and devastated at a lot of the things that are going on. But I want to put before you that God cares for you. And the second part of this verse in Peter, it says, listen, the devil is a lion. He's like a roaring lion prowling around seeking whom he may devour. You know, our enemy, our adversary is the devil. It's not one another. It's the devil. And he's trying to devour us. He's trying to divide. He's trying to destroy. And we need to be cognizant of that. The thing about a roar from a lion is the roar actually can't hurt you. It is extremely scary and terrifying and probably even paralyzing, but a lion doesn't actually roar when it's hunting. It'll roar before the hunt to scare the prey. And as it looks about, it can see who's weak, who's isolated, who's old, who's divided. You know, that's Satan's tactics, is to isolate us from the body, to isolate us from one another. And particularly those who are young, who are sick, who are struggling, who are weak, who are old. He doesn't go after the strong ones. And so I just want us to be, this scripture says, be sober, be alert. Know that our enemy is trying to divide and destroy us. But the way we can resist, the way we can stand firm in the faith is two things. Knowing that God cares for us, number one. And number two, knowing that we've got brothers and sisters all throughout the world that are going through the same kind of sufferings that we're going through. So that's my inspirational vitamin for you today. I hope that you're encouraged to know that God cares for you and that God loves you. Have a great Monday.